Today we're going to take a look at hip internal rotation and a really good way to stretch it out. This is Ryan Vincent with HealthQuest Physical Therapy and Overhead Athletic Institute, and we're going to go over a stretch for improving internal rotation of the hip. We all know how important hip internal rotation is prior to the acceleration phase, and maintaining that range of motion is essential. So what Carter here is going to do, he's got the power band wrapped around his hip. He's going to maintain a really good brace posture and going to slightly lean forward, making sure that all the motion comes from the front of the hip, chest up nice and tall. Give me a good lean. To improve this stretch, we're going to rotate the leg out to the side, really internally rotate it, maintaining that good constant core contraction. And for that extra little stretch, Carter, I want you to side bend just a little bit to the side. Looks absolutely perfect. Hip internal rotation stretch. So from this position, you can clearly see how much hip internal rotation is occurring, staying nice and upright with that curved spine angle, really getting the illiopsoas muscle, and give me a nice forward lean through here. Great job. So now we're going to take a look at a video where we were working with a kid about a week ago that had the same lack of internal rotation, had not been given this stretch by anybody else prior to coming to see us, and we'll see exactly how it affects negatively his throw. So as you can see in this example, as he starts his progression down the mound, he is already in a position where there's lack of internal rotation. And as the hip starts to drive towards the plate, it opens up very early. As you can see here, the hip is already starting to open. The right knee should be completely closed off at this point in the throw, and this is going to change all the mechanics of where his arm ends up later down the mound.
And then he sometimes drives into internal rotation and goes into external rotation. So he'll do repeated activation into that range. We'll sometimes use safety belts because this can sometimes be less resistance than what's required when you get in a larger individual. So we'll do that direction. We'll have him go the opposite direction. So we'll do kind of an anterior medial mobilization. Sometimes you're dealing with a capsule